welcome back to another episode of Forward Motion by Swarve Collective, the show where we focus on individuals in our community doing great work and moving forward, keeping the culture moving forward. Today, I'm gassed. I'm not going to lie, very excited. I have Valentino Themis with us today, who is an entrepreneur, fashion brand designer, um, all around great talent, creative, musician, mentor, motivational speaker, if I can add that, add that to the list. And also, if I'm being honest, that's someone I've known and respected for a long time. So without further ado, Valentino, how are you?
I'm good, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciation, you know what I'm saying, every single time.
Yeah, man, good. So, yeah, like I was saying earlier on, there's a lot of things that you've done over the years, and guys, even if I backtrack a little bit, like you've been very impactful in my life, innit? Yeah. Like first
Appreciate
off,
that.
like some of the things that we've done over the years, known you for a long time, but this is probably the first time where we're having a session that's just about you, and seeing where you're at the moment. So how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. Forever grateful, you know what I'm saying? If you know me, anyone that knows me, gratitude is paramount in my life, you know? So I always start and end with gratitude, bro. So yeah, forever grateful, enjoying life. Just blessed, innit? Blessed to be alive, man.
100%, man. The day you come and do the show is the day the sun decides to come out. So I think God's on your side.
Amen.
Same way. So yeah, just to start for the people that don't know, if we could just start off like just talking about your beginnings, like where the forward motion began. There's a lot of things you do, but before we arrive at where you are now, and we're going to talk about your brands. Obviously, Fish Scale is your clothing line, and I'm also sporting one of your exclusive releases. Right, we'll even get into this one later on. Some of the younger generation might not even know the inspiration behind this one, but if you could just tell me a bit about what your early days were like your formative years. What made you kind of want to pursue some of the things you're doing right now? Even with your business, even with the creativity, like where did it begin?
Boy, as far back as I can remember, obviously I'm a 90s baby, early 90s. I don't know, man. I think it probably stems from my parents, you know. My mum's always been creative, like she's quite artistic. My father as well, he's somewhat of a kind of like like a trendsetter to some degree, in terms of like fashion and even like things like jokes and stuff like that. He was around a lot of like celebrities. My pops was, without saying too much, allegedly he was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? But he mixed in like celebrity crowds and stuff like that, and he had a lot of charisma. Still does. Like he's a character. And I always say that character's something that money can't buy, and character will get you into rooms that money can't. And carrying yourself with good character and being a likable person is important, especially in business and just in life in general. You know what I mean? To make new friends. So I think in terms of creativity, it definitely must have come from my parents. You know what I'm saying? So young, growing up, single child. I've got siblings, but they're half siblings. There was a lot of time for me to be bored and create opportunities and things out of nothing. Do you know what I mean? Out of sheer boredom, which is, boredom usually drives people to creativity. So I think growing up young, I had a lot of time to experiment and just try different things. You know what I'm saying? So like, as far back as I can remember, like late 90s, early 2000s, I was always trying different like styles and fashions. You know what I mean? I was heavily influenced by hip hop. Them times there, D Block, Dipset, you know, and early on when grime started forming, my sister lived in Hackney and she put me onto like Dizzy, Wiley, and all of that type of stuff. And then my love grew even more, and yeah, just going back to creativity, I think my early stages of it was like, you know, I'm Filipino, Greek, and South African. I was frequenting Asia and Africa early, and picking up different things and bringing certain things back here. So, like for example, like in the UK, we was late when it came to like certain fashion trends.
Yeah.
You know, so like the spray painted Air Forces and T-shirts and all of that type of stuff, and New Era hats and all that. That wasn't even here. Do you know what I mean?
Valentino had the exclusives months before people even knew it was possible, man.
Years before even. That's what I'm saying. Like I was getting things. Yeah, like so. I was going to Asia and customizing like garments. Like, bro, I'm like 10, 11 years old, bro. Bringing it back here, showing the man them, showing people in school, and then making hustles out of that. Do you know what I mean? Customizing clothing, you know.
But what made you think like let me shop this in school, let me sell it to people? Where did that come from? So you've got like your family background, you're seeing your dad growing up, you're at the family get-togethers, you're getting inspired. You've got into a stage where for a lot of us like secondary school becomes like part of that like formative years. You're, you know what I mean, like gelling into school. What was that like for you, and when did you start deciding that I'm like make a little shop out of this and
I think so. Initially, I started selling, you know, them times there. It was like Kazaa. You got the piracy. You know, there was Napstar, and then you had like Kazaa, LimeWire. You know what I mean? Which was actually the inspiration for that hoodie right there. You get me? If people don't know, if people are too young to remember, that's actually the logo for LimeWire, which was like a P2P music platform, like download thing, you know what I'm saying, before Apple Music and all that stuff, you get me? It's illegal, so I'm not trying to implicate myself in anything. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I didn't have that stuff, you get me?
Allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly. So, I used to download music on there every day.
Yeah, man, that was the inspiration behind that hoodie there. And on the back, people can't see, but it says connection lost, try again later. And that's just in relation to society today. We'll touch on it a bit later, but the inspiration for Fish Girl is like my lived experiences, as well as, you know, things that I feel are like serious talking points about life, but at the same time making light of things, which is in my natural character too.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not all serious. We're not all serious, you know what I'm saying? People have layers.
But even I hear you, bro. Even on that, so yeah, man. So okay, so we've got the inspiration in terms of the culture and family, and then you start in school, Napstar, all these things, burning CDs,
selling them for £2 each,
selling them for £2 each.
That was my first hustle, yeah.
Okay, so the things you had then, were what I would call exclusives, and I just wouldn't even explain a little bit more about it, like. Obviously, right now there's TikTok. There's like celebrities don't have the same mystique or aura that they used to have like 20 years ago. Yeah, like imagine Michael Jackson, or even local to us at Dizzy Rascal being like, "Yo, I'm going on a set. I'm in a TikTok live stream on my way there." That didn't exist. That's why there were like all these like Clash DVD, Risky Roads, all these things to kind of get a glimpse into the UK culture, or look at your favorite artist and see what their life was like or what they were working on. And for me, observing that, it felt like you were like one of the plugs, so to speak. Yeah. So you had like kind of direct access to some things culturally that everyone else would want to get their hands on in that phase. Yeah. And even though, because we went to the same school, like even though our school had certain things about it that was rough, I feel like there was a beauty in that as well, culturally.
100%.
So I always thought it was interesting when we will be dealing with like situations after school. You know how it is, like after school, there's beef, there's different things going on. But then you get someone from Channel 4 who's not from the culture but looks at it and goes, wow, this is beautiful. And then I didn't even know it was a culture. That word culture.
Too young.
Like, so when I started hearing the phrase culture, that it was like much later on, where it was like British culture or UK garage culture, then I started thinking, what? Like, there's other people that have the same lived experiences as us. Okay, then that's when I understood the term culture, because there were so many people from different areas or different schools that had stories that sounded like mine. Yeah, so that was that one thing. But during that time, getting access to it, yeah, this mic's annoying me. Getting access to it, yeah, you was one of them people in school that had access. You know what I mean? So, like that was even like a big thing then. So you've done that. You started shotting them for £2 a pop, right? The people are buying them. What does that do for your confidence? What do you start thinking you're gonna do next off the back of that? Like,
Do you know what it is for me?
Hmm.
I'm always kind of like purpose led. So like, if there is a purpose or there is something to fix, or do you know what I mean, a gap in the market to fix or whatever, or to satisfy, then I'm always gonna kind of do that. If it means helping people, and obviously if you can capitalize off that as well, that's great as well. But I think it's more of like fixing a need kind of thing. So yeah, people were asking, like there was older guys in sixth form and stuff. I was like, what, year 7, year 8?
Yeah.
There was older guys rolling around with like A4 sheets of paper, with like different artists and songs, like trying to get people to buy CDs. But then I saw these man's hustle and I said, you know what? Let me try a thing. I just marketed it different. You get me? I think I was selling them a bit cheaper, and then I was just getting more music that people wanted to hear. You
Yeah,
get me?
yeah.
Because them man was selling like, I don't know, like Queensbridge rap. You get me? People weren't trying to hear that in our school. You get me? So man just started doing more Dipset, like that kind of stuff, as well as grime, because it was in its infancy back then. Do you get me? Dizzy was
Now,
popping.
what year was that?
We're talking '02.
Oh wow.
02, 03, yeah.
Wow, yeah, I started in '03. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was that. And that went on for many, many years. And then you had other man like shotting DVDs and stuff like that. And then later within school, I started dabbling in customizing garments, you get me? Because I was self-taught Photoshop, you know. And then, yeah, I just started doing, I think PC World at the time had like something where you could print on paper and then iron it onto clothes. So then man was
Okay.
just buying like Primark trackies and then designing the things and that, and then yeah, ironing them onto clothes and then
really?
shotting them in school as well. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
People were coming up to me for this stuff. I wasn't even trying to promote that.
What
but
year
people
were you
asking
in
me,
then?
probably like year 9,
Year 9, so you're 14.
year 9, year 10. Yeah.
You're 14, 15 years old, and you're selling clothes and music, yeah?
It wasn't fully full on.
Nah, but
I
still.
was gambling as well in school. You get me? That was my main
everyone,
hustle.
money
You get
up.
me? Money up.
Money
Yeah.
up, yeah?
That was the
Okay.
main thing.
Money up.
And
People-
obviously, only once I look back now, I was getting into other kind of hustles as well, innit, outside of school, which started in school, funnily enough.
So let me make a full list of
Allegedly, by the
everything.
way.
Allegedly. Let me make a full list of all the allegedlys, yeah, that I know of, yeah. Yeah, so all right, so selling CDs, right? Selling clothes. I actually didn't know you were selling clothes in school, you know.
Yeah.
Another one is the studio that you built in your house.
Yes. That was the most notable one, yeah.
Yeah, so that for me was, obviously you already know, like that was like, I used your studio.
Of course.
From the age of 14 onwards, pretty much, yeah. And it was in your mom's house initially, but as you learnt more, the mic upgraded, the quality of the sound upgraded. Like, to what eventually it was like, people didn't believe it. We recorded this in your living room, you know? So that's like what I would call entrepreneurship out of necessity.
Most definitely.
No,
That's what I was touching on earlier. Yeah.
Right? So it's like, I wouldn't, and that's why the kind of labels was interesting to me later, like the culture or the, you know, a sound engineer. What's a sound engineer? Like, at the time,
We were just living it.
like I was saying, we would just do that at the time. But bro, that didn't sound right. Could we, Charles, do that again? Or, bro, I think you should say it like this, you know. But that's sound engineering. You know, that's like a whole profession.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then distributing it. There's like a whole profession for that now. And then getting certain people to listen to it.
Marketing.
There's a whole profession for that now. Someone's an A&R. Like, that's a label that I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, look at Lunique.
Yeah, right.
He you know, he used to come to my studio and he used to talk about, you know, he used to rate Jay-Z a lot. And, you know, he was spitting first, and then he always had a love for music, and he went on to go have his own label under Universal and stuff, and signed people like Tion Wayne and that, you get me?
Man.
So
for those
up to him.
Yeah, 100%, 1,000 times. So for those that don't know Lunique, I'm going to pronounce Borges. Don't come for me, Lunique. Yeah, pause. is a notable figure in the music entertainment
Big
industry
up
in the
Lanique
UK.
still.
He's won several awards for his work. He was in he was in my year in school, innit? Like we was in the same kind of circle. Yeah. So I felt like our school was even. I'm not even trying to name drop like that, but like Heady One was in a year beneath me, I think, or 2 years beneath me or something. And then there's other people that have gone on to do things. I just feel like our school during that period of time housed a lot of great talent.
Definitely.
You know, and it was like by force because the school playground wasn't an easy place to be. It wasn't like, hey, what you want to rap? They come and
you had to earn
be
your stripes.
great with us.
You had to earn your
Like
stripes.
it was like you could get your chance in there, but if it was dead, you would know pretty soon. And it wasn't a thing where like you can go and snitch and report for bullying because no one rated your thing. Like if they don't rate you, you know you've got work to do. You know, and I actually love that about school because it was a quiet reality. Character building. I didn't even realize it was going to be like it was going to be necessary after I left school getting into the workplace. Yeah, because the illusion that you think secondary school's done now, let me be an adult. But then the more you learn, the more you realize things ain't changed that much. But yeah, so you've done these things to me, which I think like was great.
Thank you.
I think it was great, innit? Like,
thank you.
I hear you talk sometimes, yeah, about some of the things you're going through and all that. We'll get into it, yeah. And it's like I just have to accept and understand that that's how you feel right now. And
of course.
How you feel at present or whatever you're going through is how you're going through. I have to eventually. I understand that I have to take it at like face value and appreciate that we're all in different places now, yeah. But that's just what I do because you're my friend, innit? And I wanna have time to listen to you for how you feel now. But from my mind, from what you've done during school, I know we was just working, but when I look back on it, even at the time, like I was very grateful. And I didn't even look at it.
I was grateful same way, yeah.
Yeah, like, and obviously
we enjoyed making music.
Yeah, and obviously man used to, it wasn't that grateful like taking a piss, excuse my language. I used to save up my lunch money and pay you for studio time and that, or shot certain things, and that whatever money I made, I'd know that I've got X amount of studio time. But that for me was that the impact that I ended up having at the time when social media was different was like phenomenal. Like man, at the time I've never been on camera to say this, yeah. But for me, like I was 13, 14 years old when I started school in year 7. Well, you know how Bishop Douglas was, but I was getting bullied for my first 3 months, bro. And it wasn't.
I didn't know that.
It wasn't banter. Like
I'm sorry for your pain.
I was it's calm because it didn't end that way. But I was a chief, innit? Like that first 2 months because I didn't know anyone.
Okay.
So like they told me the school was calm. Then I get to the school and it's not calm.
I didn't know much people either, bro. Like,
yeah, but I just felt like I didn't know anyone, and then like that's cool not knowing anyone, but it's like I was in a form of nerds. So now when you're picking on everyone, you want to put Giles in that category. And some of the people that didn't rate me, I thought were cool. Like I'd want to be their friends. So you don't rate me, I want to be your friend. The only way I can really do that is by fighting you. Because you can't tell 100%. Me to suck my mum again. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me to suck. I can't go. So that is how I...
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how I learned really to fight, innit? Like, I'm not going to keep on being a mug, innit? So that was like a short 3 months, and it didn't continue that way. But then it's like, okay, no one's trying to run my pockets for my lunch money anymore, but I'm still not having the impact I want to have. Like I remember being in the school playground, and we all had a cypher. Okay. And this is when I realized that, I like rapping. What rapping's a thing. Like Dizzy Rascal's Boy in the Corner just came out. I was thinking this is my
time to
shine, yeah. So I've gone in the cypher and Rage was leading the cypher.
Okay, yeah, he was killing it. He was killing it.
Yeah,
then still.
So
big up Rage.
Yeah, big up Rage. So we were all around a bin, yeah, and they've given me the chance to rap. There's like, Giles, you're gonna be with Paul. My man, you're gonna be with this one. Then I think Paul's heard me rap once before at that time, yeah, and he's kind of gone, Giles, like why is he my partner? Like he's dissing, right? Like,
okay.
He's not good enough. Like I want to be with someone good.
He was the coldest though.
I hadn't started.
Just FYI, he was the dopest. You get me?
But I hadn't started yet. So he's like, Giles, I want to be with someone good. And then Rage is like, everyone started laughing, innit? And Rage is like, no, let him rap, man. So I'm like, cool, I'm trying to act myself up, yeah, like, all right, cool. Like, that's how you feel, yeah. And I rapped or whatever. Maybe it wasn't like the hardest thing ever, but that was important for me to not put a chip on my shoulder, yeah, because I just felt like, all right, cool. You don't rate me, yeah. But I was so excited because I had an avenue to do something. So now I wasn't that good, but then practice, like listening to music, working on my intonation, being in the studio at Sycamores in Graham Park was cool,
Yeah.
but then his dad basically said like no one can come to the house no more because he had to study for GCSE. So I didn't have a studio for a while.
Okay.
Then I don't know.
Dotstar as well.
Dotstar.
R.I.P. Dotstar.
Yeah, and I didn't have a studio. Then one day, one of my boys at New Dotstar had basically just said, "I'll get you to chat to him." And at this time, yeah, Dotstar was in a crew called Tugs on Road. Yeah, you read like
I
in
remember
St.
Tugs
Mary's.
on Road.
Remember them?
TOR.
TOR, yeah. So I'd heard that.
I went primary school with Dotstar as well. He was in my class, yeah.
Oh, swear. What school was that?
Clitterhouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace,
Rest in
Ade.
peace, man. So I had released one or two songs, yeah, and I made a song called Time on the Clock with Ben.
Cold.
Yeah?
Cold.
And when I released Time on the Clock in year 8, I went from overnight, bro. I went from none of these girls in school rated me, yeah, to like I had a hard time convincing people that I was on that song. Because they were like, this is you. And I was like, yeah, that's me. That's me. We done that at Sycamores, yeah, over school summer. So when I've come back into school, it's gotten on everyone's Bluetooth. I've circulated it on MSN.
All right, listen, you see that tune? It's timeless, bro.
Yeah.
Timeless. Of course.
Yeah, I lost that one there. But so that's happened. And then things are going off, but things are popping off for me. But Sycamore's dad is like, no one's coming to the studio no more. Like, he like, but dad, people are getting popular for my studio. He's like, though you don't care in it. So
he was a co-producer too.
Yeah, I think he did, Dexter. I think he did. But okay, so that's I think he even made that beat.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he made that beat. Oh yeah, he made that beat. So that's happened. I've not got a studio for a while, but then one day, like one of the guys in my year just basically said, like, no, it's Dotstar. It's like, yo, like, well, you're not recording right now, innit? Like, you should talk to Dotstar. He's got a studio in his house. I'm thinking, Dotstar? Like, man's heard his name. Man's, ones that there's beef after school, like the TOR, man, and Dotstar and them lot. And them, they don't want nothing. They don't want to talk to me. He's like, nah, he's heard Time on the Clock or one of your songs, yeah? And he said, like, you should talk to him. So after school, let's go Brent Cross and chat to them lot. And so I would go Brent Cross after school. But when we started having problems with St. Mary's, sometimes if I was low on numbers, like me and one other person, I would avoid Brent Cross. Or I would go in the humble team.
Yeah. Anyone that knows, you get me. St. Mary's, Bishop Douglas. We used to fight every morning.
Every morning.
You get me, yeah.
And then, man, there was no such thing as a one-on-one.
Fireworks in each other's buses and all of that stuff. You get me?
Mad people, the longest, I'd never seen a samurai sword until I had problems with St. Mary's. I remember one day after school when they was waiting for us, I was getting off the school bus, I just seen... That's like... Anyways, that's a story for later, yeah. But so anyways, I met Dotstar after school. He said, come to my studio. I started going to the studio. We've gotten along really well. I've recorded a couple songs there. I ended up making a mixtape. I recorded it there, but that mixtape, something happened to his hard drive, and I don't know, it just couldn't come out. Like, if whatever it crashed. I was 10 songs, I was really upset about it. I couldn't release it. But I released one or two things, still got out. So after that's happened, he's gone to America for the summer or for a long period of time. And then I don't know how we've started talking about. I think one day we were on a 102 bus one day, and the 102 used to stop right outside your house. And you told me you have a studio and I should come check you. And I was like, but we were just getting to know each other them times. Them times, you was a man in school I went to ask what was going on. I didn't even chat. like never trust Valentino's news report. I'll be like, there's a fight over there. What's going on? So he's bantering each other, like busting jokes.
From early.
He was a prankster them times. Yeah. So when you
I still am.
Yeah. So when you told me that, you've got a studio and that, like, I should come over sometime, I was thinking, that was probably like when our relationship, because you invited me into a house and that. So I was like, respect for that, yeah. And I just wanted to respect that situation. But I've told that whole story because that was, maybe I've never told you in that detail before. That was important for me.
Of course.
Yeah? It was so I'd already got it was like I was practicing for what we were about to do. So
likewise, it was important for me because I was learning the ropes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just self-taught as well. I'm not saying I was the best engineer, far from it, but I did get to a decent level. You get me? Just self-taught, bro. And them times there, we're using what? Adobe Audition 1.5, Cool Edit Pro and them things. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But I still like, even if you compare it to studios where man's paying like £50 an hour or whatever, I managed to match the quality, and even that alone is commendable.
But it was amazing to me because it was something that I had never seen before. Yeah,
same. First of all, I got to big up to Arda. You get me? Because he let us come to his studio first. It was me, you know, Bonkers, Grimar, Tubbs. You get me? So yeah, man, Arda put man on to the studio setup, and then we got Akito, Jason. You get me? Yeah, so big up to you lot as well, because that was very important for me. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man, 100 times, man. Tubbs, I've left one part out of my story of me getting bullied, yeah? So when before I've started, and I'm calling it bullying, yeah, because I felt, like, it's not like I was getting robbed every day, but I felt in my soul very down in it about how I was getting treated. And not on a bad boy thing, just on a sulking, sad on my own, like, just sad, innit? Like, I didn't have any friends at the time. Before I started the school, my cousin Richard, had basically said, Giles, you're going to the school, I've got someone there for you to talk to. And it was Tubbs, because they went to the same primary school. He's like, he'll back you and look out for you and that kind of thing, yeah? So I spent a couple of weeks trying to figure out who Toby was, or where he is, or what, you know, so I could chat to him and be like, hey, I'm Giles, Richard's cousin. But up until that time, it was rough. Like, when I saw teachers getting robbed and that in school, I couldn't even fully report to them.
Yeah.
And my teacher was very strict. So it's like, I'll be like, miss, like, I can't be dressing like this. I got to dress cool. Like,
let me just give some context to the people in it. Like, people were bringing machines into school, in it.
Trust me.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when I started year 7, someone, you know, allegedly dumped a machine in the bin. You get me? And I heard of a teacher getting a student pregnant. You get me? Like, all sorts of madness. It was the worst school in Barnet at the time. I didn't even want to go to that school. You get me? But funnily enough, it was the best years of my life. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't change it for the world. 100%. So yeah, that's just a little disclaimer. But continue, my brother.
No, 100%, man. 100%. Like, yeah, I was so scared, bruv. When I realised what I was getting myself, what I got myself into, I was like, going to school in the morning, at some point, it was like, ooh, like, man's going to have to, like, another day, innit? Like, just going into grey clouds. School's boring.
That was gloomy for me as well.
It was gloomy.
I didn't know no one.
Bro,
do you know what I'm saying?
But check this though, yeah? Like, making friends, like, meeting you, all that whole combination of what I was doing in school at the time.
Community.
It gave school colour.
100%.
When it was great.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm sure everyone's gone through that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, my eldest daughter, big up Soraya, she's doing bits. You know, she's just started in our same school, Bishop Douglas, you know what I mean? And she's thriving, she's doing well, you know what I mean? She's getting merits every week, big up to her.
Yeah,
and it's just such a full circle thing, especially as a parent. It's a beautiful thing to see. And big up Bishop Douglas as well, you know what I'm saying? Best years of my life up until now. And it's great to see, you know, I know, like, obviously school is always going to be school, but it's good to see the progression of things, you know what I mean? Because when we was there, it was a bit techie, bruv. I won't even lie to you, you get what I'm saying? It was normal to be bringing certain things into school, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, so it's just a great thing to see.
100%. So, bro, I'm going to give some numbers. So, I recorded, so that, we've linked up, we started doing stuff, like 2006, like the practicing, big up Bishop Douglas, yeah. But then,
2006?
Yeah, bro, 2006.
Yeah.
And then 2007, I'd say I want to make a mixtape.
Okay.
And then you say, let's do it. And you're showing me like DJ Who Kid and all these in their artwork and all that. I'm getting inspired. I'm like, come, let's do it. So my name was Dirts, man, them times. That's another story how I came up with the name. But we started making the mixtape. I'm gassed. We're working like it felt like every day, and after school,
dope
like
times.
we're there with your Giles do it like
times.
this. We've made songs, we've released it. Get some bangers out there. Like the streets are loving what we're doing and whatnot.
Of course.
I've released the tape. Now, when I released it, when I finished the packaging and releasing, I don't know if you went on holiday or something, yeah, but I wasn't. There was a period of time I was like, nah, I'm gonna go market it. I wasn't making music during that summer, innit? So when I finished the tape, probably finished it in May. Then I figured out how to print everything. And then I just put on my MySpace it's ready. Then I started shotting it in school. And then I didn't even know this was like a marketing manager's job, but I would print maybe 20 of them and I would actually give it to a kid in another school that liked my
Okay,
music.
dope. I didn't even know that.
And I would give him like £10 and I would say, shot these and whatever money you make, it's yours. I just wanted to get my name out there. Yeah.
Nice.
So it cost me
Amazing.
to give them 20 away, maybe cost price, not much. Like I could get like 10 CDRs for like £5. And then the dual cases were a little bit, but like it just made sense. It was an investment for me, innit? So it was a little investment. Like, and my food business in school was doing all right where like, I'm making like maybe £20-30 a week. And so I'm saving most of it.
That's good.
Like profit. So that's like a few bills and then obviously like orders on the block. You do a few extra bits and pieces, or if there's another opportunity there. Allegedly. So maybe like I've got a few bills a month to invest in this, plus my lunch money. And I'm rich, basically. I'm rich enough to invest.
Of course,
like £200 a month extra when you're resourceful in that. Like, I'm good. So I've printed like hundreds of these, and I've got more than I could even give away in it. So I've started giving it to like some of my cousins go to other schools or their friends or someone will come link me. I'll give it to some of the kids in the younger years, and I'll be like, yo, like my name's buzzing right now. All their friends knew who Dirts Man was. So I'm like, take these 20, shot them. Whatever money you make is yours. If you want to give me like £10 back out of it, I'll reinvest and re-up for you in it. That'll be your re-up money. I can print more CDs. But whatever you make is yours. If you feel like giving me something extra, that's on you. But this is yours, innit? Because I was shotting them myself. And I had people working with me that were going Oxford Street with me and selling with me. And that money, obviously, then my boys, I'll give them something for the day. But most of it, I'm keeping in it to re-up. So I don't remember exactly how much I made. But I remember telling one of my cousins how much money I'd made, and he was like, you didn't make that much. But I counted like I was selling them £5-10 a pop, and I sold like, I don't know how many I sold that summer, bro. I sold them from May 2007 to December. I must have over summer I made like maybe like over £1,000.
Dope.
And over
for a little youth,
bruv, I'm 15 years old, bruv. £1,000 years. I'm never asking my mum for a new era cap ever again,
bro. Back then as well, like take into account inflation and things like that, bro.
Bruv,
back then you could buy way more than you could buy now.
Yeah, I was up. So I was up. So from July, then the weather's gotten good. I'm out there. I'm getting rejected. I'm out there shotting. I'm out there getting rejected every day.
That must have been a good feeling.
Yeah, but then getting rejected.
No, like making that bread. You know what I mean?
Later on, when you look back on it, but then
not even later on.
At the end of the day, I mean, you're doing it because you got to get warmed up, start talking to people.
Of course. Then, but that's your natural gift. You know what I mean?
That's why I learned
people. Yeah, okay.
That's why I learned it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was shy.
Okay.
I started selling. One day I was out in Central, just kind of, I used to go to HMV and look at other people's stuff to get inspired. Like, if I'd see Kano stuff in there, I felt like, wow. If I'd see, obviously Dizzy was gone by then, and he was up. Like, they all were, but it was still nice to see, like, Skepta had, like, the Orange Greatest Hits album in HMV. JME had, like, Famous in HMV. And I studied their market, and I thought, wow, like, I don't know how they got here, but wow. Like, it was like a big inspirational thing. I used to go around and do that a lot. Then I saw one guy selling CDs outside of HMV. This guy was going up to everyone, confident. Came up to me. I was like, what's your name? I got an album too. I want to do what you're doing. Can I work with you? And I took his number. I've forgotten his name now, but I took his number. Then he's like, come out tomorrow, bro. We'll start. Or are you busy now? But I didn't have the CDs on me then. So next day, I made sure I've got some prints ready. I've gone back out there. I've tried to call him. He's like, where are you? I was in my house. He's like, I'm already here, man. I'm already selling. It's like 10 a.m. I was like, I'm already out. So I've left. I've gone to go link him. He's just shot. This guy was so good at selling, He was selling blank discs. But he had a CD player where you could listen to the new N-Dubs track. He used to make compilation albums. It wasn't his music, He could rap, but he would just, like, we're changing the world, we're doing this.
Of course, he was selling it well.
He was selling it, bro.
He was talking the
talk. I had to work there, and I'm too shy to even say hello to someone, So after a while, obviously watching him, it kind of got me out of my shyness event shell, and I got rejected. It wasn't nice getting rejected, still not nice. It wasn't nice then, but then someone says, okay, let's have a listen, and I'm like, you want to hear it? I was like, yeah, go on then. And I'm like, oh, This is at the moment I've been waiting for. It's at the moment comes, you don't even feel ready. You're like,
Of course.
all right, cool. And you listen to it, it goes, all right, cool. So how much you want for it? Obviously, cash was a big thing then. It's not like
Of
everything's
course,
contactless now.
yeah.
So
There's no
saying
contact.
£5 to someone, they had it on them, innit?
Yeah, of course.
£5, £10,
Yeah.
bang. Like, so then I've made £15. That means I've
Yeah.
asked 3 people.
Come on.
You know, and I'm like
Yeah.
3 people that
Yeah.
didn't know who I was.
Yeah, that's dope.
Then 3 people, friend felt like way better than 100 plays on MySpace.
Of course, bro. Come on.
Because I met them.
Yes, of course.
So that was kind of like the genesis of that, yeah. And so I realized that one hard work, was being in the studio with you, where we worked hard and figured stuff out. But now I've got to do another one, which is the marketing of it, which is equally like nerve-wracking.
Yes.
But anyway, so me telling that story is like because like our relationship was an integral part in all that, not just the music, but just the friendship, and then the ability the realization that wow, I can make something. So for me, I'm not surprised that you've made all these other things, because that kind of creative spirit was there from early on, and I definitely saw you do that and thought, I just opened my mind to like, all right, cool, it wasn't even that I can do it, it was like I have to do it because we're in the studio working. Like, Giles, do that again, like do this or whatnot. So I didn't even know about like, well, maybe I don't. It wasn't so apparent the motivation thing, but we were motivated. We wouldn't have used that word then. Yeah. We probably use another word. Or we were inspired to do something.
We just got to it.
That's it.
it.
So yeah, man. So 07, that's what happened. You're in a year above me. How and after that, from my recollection, like everyone wanted to know where I recorded the tape. So it was kind of like visibility for both of us, But then I don't know, that tape done really well. Like I made maybe about $2,000 off of it.
Wow,
that's
amazing.
over that period of time.
Dope.
And then like so like how did you feel after like opening the studio? Bare people started coming afterwards to work there. So we got bare video recordings, bare classic moments, moments.
Before
from there.
YouTube was even YouTube was in its
YouTube was just
infancy.
starting,
Yeah.
So you use YouTube before YouTube.
Yeah, 100%.
And all these things.
Even back in the 90s, man was doing that, bro.
Right. Crazy. So, like, these times you're a teenager. You're not just a teenager. You're like 16. You're going college. You're like, what was it like for you from that point onwards?
From that point onwards, well, just to give a bit of context, the studio thing, I think I started maybe 05-ish, I believe,
Right.
And it was like me and you firstly, I think, was making music. And then obviously I had my man them from my year, Nathan and them, man, do you get what I'm saying? Tubbs and that. We used to do sets as well, grime sets, freestyle, like straight off the top. That was dope as well, like with freestyle for like 45 minutes straight, you get me, on the virtual DJ and all that stuff, you get me, reloads and all that mixing. And after your mixtape, or your second mixtape, I believe,
Okay.
I think things started to cool down, because then I was moving into college, still recording, more so for myself, because if people don't know, music was my first love, you know. Started, MCing early doors, what we saying, 2004-ish, maybe 2005. Then, started recording myself at home, started recording with friends. And then, man, like went on to rap from like 06, I believe. And then, bro, like it's always just been a passion of mine, like music's always going to be my first love. I was going heavy on the music up until maybe like 5 years ago. But then, you might take a little break. I'll definitely revisit it later. Got into acting. And, but just to go back, I got into college, started getting more into kind of like, I did E-media. I went to City of Westminster College. So I learned a bit about like video production and stuff like that. Learned a bit about website creation, like vaguely. But then I'll be honest, bro, you know what I'm saying? Them years there, 17 is kind of like formative. And then, you know what I'm saying? I started kind of like hitting the roads with my friends, you know what I'm saying? And then got into that kind of stuff, bro. So kind of like my interests were not of doing that kind of stuff, and more doing, you get me, getting to peas and that, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? and getting into like what teens and that do. Do you know what I mean? Smoking, weed, and all of that, drinking, house parties, all of that kind of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then I guess,
enjoyment, really, bro.
yeah. It's like a natural progression.
Of course, yeah.
And then okay, so that was, how long did that go on for?
So like from 06-ish, 07-ish till probably like, I don't know, bro, like till like my early 20s, bro. You get me? Yeah, early 20s. Do you know what I'm saying?
Early 20s.
Yeah, yeah. So that's when I started. You know, originally I'm from Cricklewood, Northwest. You know what I mean? But got friends from everywhere, Kilburn, everything. Used to chill in different pockets of Northwest and that, even up to Hackney as well. Do you know what I mean? Stamford Hill.
So you was
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, all of that stuff.
You was everywhere. So question.
But obviously just moving forward, but Tottenham as well. Do you know what I mean? I got to give a big up to Tottenham because Edgecote Estate. Do you know what I mean? You know, we spent a lot of our time there. You know, so I always have love for Tottenham. My missus is from Tottenham, you get me? So my kids are half Tottenhamese, you get me? So, yeah, man, always have love for Tottenham as well. And big up, you know, Bloodline, big up Paper Pabs as well, because them lot inspired us, you get me? Especially when we was out there doing our thing, you know, allegedly. But, yeah, man.
Yeah. I hear you, man. You gotta, like, the things that sometimes pay respect to the things that made you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. I will never, like, you know, like, I don't want to talk or glorify the street thing, do you know what I'm saying? But that was definitely a part of my life. That was definitely a part of my dad's life. Do you know what I mean? My uncles, everything. You know, rest in peace to my cousin Ricardo. You know what I'm saying? He passed away.
Rest in
you
peace,
know,
man.
And he spent half his life in jail as well. You know, not to glorify it, but we can't gloss over certain things and certain things that molded us and made us make the right decisions as well. Do you know what I mean? Because that's very important.
Yeah, so that brings me to my next point, yeah, before we even move on. So I feel like we've got like a good picture of like some of the early days, and then you started kind of dabbling in some things on the street, like from 17 to about...
Even before that, funnily enough, it was only until I was reminded, like, man was even doing certain things in school. Like, there was 2 periods in school where I was started to do other things as well.
But you know what it is? I feel like when you're 17, 18, you're an adult.
It's a different thing.
You're not having to go to school for 5-6 hours out of the day. Your day's kind of, unless if you don't go in uni, your day is yours. So if you say you want to start allegedly selling, allegedly.
Yeah, we don't even have to name that in it. But listen to the music.
But all the allegedlys and the allegedlys. If you say you start going to go out, you've got time, basically. You've got time to do it now.
Of course, yeah. And we need money, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
EMA
like,
ain't cutting it, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, EMA, you know, bruv. I forgot about all that, man. Showing the age. EMA used to be...
And don't get it twisted, like me and my boy, you know, my right hand, we was rolling around giving out CVs everywhere. And we just got fed up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, this ain't working. Like, you get me, suit and tie, man's going interviews and that. So what can I say? Do you know what I mean? I had to do what I had to do. So, well, obviously, no one put a gun to my head, but you know what I'm saying, innit? But yeah, continue.
I know exactly
Disclaimer.
what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. But like, yeah, so, okay. All right, so here's my thing, yeah. Business is business, yeah. And what I mean by that is, if you can get good distributing a product from that walk of life, where there's supply and demand, because there is no business without supply and demand. There is no business without the demand for the produce you have.
Marketing as well.
You need to let people know that you got it, right? So there's no gangsterisms when you're making the sell. It's, they've got a product, you want to buy the product, there's an exchange that happens. Yeah, that's that business at its basis. The only difference is like, and even in the corporate world, there's certain businesses that offer a higher return, but the risk associated with deploying the product is higher.
Of course.
Right? And that constitutes the cost because there's more risk associated with getting it out there. Now, obviously, if you're operating on the streets, the level of risk is, life-changing if it goes a certain way. But even in legitimate business, there's still
Of course,
a volume of risk.
100%.
It's just not accredited the same way, right? So
perspective is a thing as well.
Perspective and that there's risk mitigation, and then there might become a time in business where the risk associated with continuing this enterprise is just something that doesn't, like, the economies of scale is just not adding up.
100%.
Like, it's just not making sense
100%,
anymore.
100%.
Even from a sensible business, like, it's costing me £1 to produce this. People don't want to pay more than 50p for it now because the times have changed. It just don't make sense for me. Like, I have to pivot if I'm going to keep on being profitable. Like, I have to change the way I'm doing things. And you became a parent at 22.
Yeah.
So let's say if you had like a clean run from 17 to 22, that's 5 years, right? So some of the, not saying you stop your life at 22, you don't, but your responsibilities might change, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you had your second child when you were
23 and a half, I reckon.
23 and a half,
I believe
right?
so.
So like a year and a half apart. So you're a father of two at 23, yeah? Or like 24. Let's say 22, 24, just a round number, yeah? So 24, I don't know where it was along that time, but I remember that I'd come to visit you one day, and you just kind of had like a change of energy, and you were like, Giles, I'm done.
I think that was at 26.
26,
yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that was 26,
yeah.
okay. So it was like, all right, cool. But it was a Giles, I'm done moment.
Yeah, 100%.
All right,
100%.
cool. And then I've heard you say it before, innit? Yeah? So I was like, cool. Like kind of.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, yeah. And you called me over and like, I'm not playing this time.
Yeah.
I want you to come over. And I came over, and without going into too much detail, whatever product you had on you, you flushed down the toilet. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. I do vividly.
You emptied it out in front of me and flushed it down the toilet and said,
Allegedly,
No, this ain't allegedly. You said you're done.
Yeah.
Like you said you're done, yeah. And I said, cool. If you're done, you're done. What was good for me is that you hadn't been implicated in any, like, like. Restrictive. I think you were on tag at one point.
Yeah. I was on trial in the Old Bailey and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
but you didn't have it as bad as some other people.
100%.
What I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, you still had an
blessed.
opportunity to. You had the opportunity to say, I want to stop. No, I have to stop. So that was kind of and that's your decision. No shade at anyone else. I'm just talking about your chain of events.
Of course.
So all right, cool. So now you're 26. This is maybe 2015, 16.
No, 2017.
2017?
I believe so. I think so.
2017, yeah?
Yeah.
And you've just decided that you want to take a different path. And fish scale, I started hearing about fish scale like 2016, 15.
2015. I believe, yeah.
I remember like you were like, I'm going to start a clothing line and that's what something you've been working on. And then there was music, and then I don't know if I mentioned this earlier on, there was acting, right? So like, an acting came around the time that you said
acting came around 2022.
Yeah, but like in the lead up to it, you'd already said, okay, so in the lead up to it, you'd already said like, you're done, so you started doing other stuff. So let me ask, so when you left that kind of lifestyle, yeah, there was obviously, it had its perks. There were some things that came with it, but you're a family man now, and you moved into a new house with your family and that. And like, what was the switch for you?
Well, the reason why I stopped was because I genuinely felt like on my last encounter with, someone in that walk of life, I felt like I was just selling my soul. Do you know what I'm saying? Something hit me and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this life. Do you know what I mean? I always knew this wasn't going to be my path anyway, because I knew what it entailed. Do you know what I'm saying? My pops was a hustler. He'd done many years in jail. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just not a glamorous thing. and it's a means to an end, as we know. I've got friends that have been killed. I've got friends that have killed. I've got people that are in prison till now. Do you know what I mean? I know man shot in their 60s, and it's not a glamorous thing. Do you know what I mean? I will always pay homage to that lifestyle because it made me, it's a part of my life. That stuff's in my blood, it's in my DNA. Do you know what I'm saying? I will never turn my back on that. And I love every aspect of my life. Do you know what I'm saying? But when something's got to stop, something's got to stop. So I quit that, and then I was looking for work. You know, I was probably doing like eBay reselling, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And then I did a bit of courier work as well, Amazon Flex, where I was driving in my own car. I did that for about 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But prior to even doing that, where I was looking for work, it was very, very bleak times. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I was broke for like a year and a half straight. You get me, with 2 kids, my missus, we got our own place, and it was tough. And
you didn't want to go back?
yeah, it was very, I made that promise that I'd never go back, and I haven't. I've stuck to that promise. Do you get what I'm saying? Which is hard to do for a lot of people, especially in times of darkness. Do you know what I'm saying? But within that time of darkness, I had to become the light. Do you know what I'm saying? And I had to lead my own way, bro. Even when it was like every angle was looking dark. And that's just one thing that I think that, you know, I must mention is that, you know, like there's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel as long as you do search for it. Do you know what I'm saying? And you stick to your guns, and you stick to what you mean, and you keep that honor, keep that integrity,
100%.
you know, and you owe, you know, it's not good to do a disservice to yourself, you know what I mean, to go back on your word, especially as a stand-up person. Do you know what I mean? You know, it serves you well to stick to your plan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because nothing great comes without sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything's tough to some degree, but you have to choose your level of tough. And eventually, if you keep on going at it, stay consistent, you will break through.
So even on that topic, bro, what would you say to what piece of advice would you give to a 15-year-old Valentino, based on what you know now?
I would say, well, I've always had self-belief, so that's not really something that I'd have to tell myself. But if I were telling a young person or anyone in general, I'd say, like, you know, love yourself. You know, if you can't dig deep inside yourself and find that self-belief and pull that out to the surface, because you need that as your guide. Do you know what I mean? You need that as your compass in life. Then be around positive people that lift you up, people that, you know, make you feel good, people that put you onto positive things. Because growing up, we was around people that was on negative things. Do you know what I'm saying? And these things, they give you a skewed and warped vision of what your actual potential is. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because people think, like, especially coming from the ends and stuff like that, we think that the dream is to be the top shotter or whatever, you know. And the reality of life is that it comes with a lot of pain. Do you know what I'm saying? But people just look at the glitz and glam. They see the Cubans and this and that, but you can do these things legit. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to, like, further move on to you know, fast forward. You know, so I did the courier thing for a few years, best years of my life, by the way, because I learned about customer service even more on a different level, meeting all different people, different walks of life. And then, you know, I got some money together, and then, you know, I looked into more legitimate things like trading, crypto, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I made friends with a group of guys from Norway, big up to them, and, you know, got into the crypto space. Obviously, I knew about crypto from back in the day, dark web and all that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know you could invest in Bitcoin and stuff like that. Them times that was like £35 for one.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But basically, so then I started getting into the crypto space. It was up and down. Do you know what I'm saying? We're talking like 2020, 2021, I believe. So I had a bit of money to play around with, but unfortunately, due to, you know, it being a new thing to me and not knowing too much about that kind of industry or whatever, I was taking advice from different people. So I was doing silly things like we were leverage trading and stuff, and I was just losing mad bread like that. And then I got into like private sales and stuff like that, but then like getting scammed for peas, 5 bags here, 6 bags there. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like raw. Then we got into forex trading. You know, me and my friend were learning side by side, but he was going more ham with it. Because crypto put a bad taste in my mouth, I was like, you know what, I'm kind of done with this. But then he started, you know, gaining some success. So then we got into prop trading, like prop firms and all that. Then I had a live 100K funded account, you get me? Man was making a bit of peas off that. But then blew that account. And then I said, you know what, I'm done with this. And then that's where I heard about drop shipping and things like that and Amazon FBA. Some youth told me like, yo, I made like 15 bags this year just off of Very Liquid alone. You know what I mean? I was like, what?
Just off of Very Liquid.
Yeah, but listen, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to like give me the information of how to do it or whatever, or where to get that info from. So I had to do my digging and stuff, and then I come across someone, my brother, you get me, Devon, big up Dev, you get me, Drizzler from North Killy, GTS, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was doing this thing.
Yeah.
He was doing good numbers.
On Amazon, right?
Yeah, he was doing his thing, Amazon FBA. So he showed me the ropes, you know, he had a course and mentorship. So I jumped on that with my last bit of peas. And then it was tough. And then, you know, I got a little bit of success in that. I think that was late 2022. And then, yeah, but then it was up and down, because everyone's got their different kind of like methods and stuff like that.
Can I even add to that? So let me even on that, yeah, because you shed some great insights there. So, okay, I guess because I know what you're doing today. So that kind of was your transition into like Amazon and you know, becoming like a big seller on there, which you are.
I wouldn't say big seller,
but like bigger than someone who's not doing anything.
Oh, 100%,
like,
yeah.
You know, you've done a few bits on there. But what I was gonna add to that, is being a family man with your history, with your experience.
What does that mean?
With your history, with your history as to who you've been like creatively. Shall I say, yeah? And your character and your personality and all these things, like how does it feel to also be a parent to an amazing set of kids?
Thank you.
That you're welcome. Like in their own right, obviously whatever they want to do 10 years from now might change, but right now have also been successful in the world of entertainment. Like your daughter's had the I believe a #1 film on Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? And
top 3, I think.
Top three. Top 3 film on Netflix.
And won awards in America. And all
won
that
awards
stuff,
in America, but a top 3 film in the UK on Netflix.
Not just in the UK, it was in Asia as well.
It was everywhere, but
like
I remember seeing it at the top of my Netflix account when I logged in, like watching Nasiba and that. I remember I went to the film premiere and all these things. So that's like something that we haven't even touched on, really. And then your other daughter, Leia, excuse me, also being, I know recently she was on TV and all these things. I remember when I was a youth watching Live and Kicking and wishing I could be on like CITV or one of these shows. I used to call in to try and win the bikes and all those things. And Mum, can I have a pound to play this raffle and see if I win or something? And obviously, I'm not surprised because of who their dad is. Yeah,
No,
but for you as
and Mum as well, big up Razor.
Yeah, 100. Goes without saying, obviously, big up Razor a million times. But you know, just from your perspective, like how's that process been for you? Like you and you've also gotten into acting. Like you went to Ashley's school for
Kingdom,
acting.
yeah, big up Kingdom.
Or Ashley Walters, who is a very
he was a big inspiration to me even before this acting stuff from the late 90s.
Right. I mean, obviously, like So Solid Crew for those that don't know.
Brain Chill, all
Ashley
of that.
Walters is now a very well-respected actor,
Of course, yeah.
in the world of acting in the UK. But he was also an award-winning, chart-topping musician in like the early 2000s, and then he transitioned into acting. He's had like some huge blockbuster films out there.
Director, producer.
He's directed, he's produced, he's had like some series that done really well. I think he just had a huge hit on Netflix recently. I remember watching that. Yeah, Adolescence was a huge hit. And you also were under his kind of tutelage, and you trained at his acting school.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah.
And I remember I came to see that as well, and that was great. So you probably thought I was going to go somewhere else when I said with your history. Yeah, I wasn't, but like, you know, I could, but like, he's like, thank God. But like with everything you've done creatively, are you surprised at what your daughters are doing, or
no, I'm not surprised at all, and not to say that in a cocky way, because before I've always been big on manifestation and knowing what I want and making sure I get it, you know. And before my children were born, you know, I'm a creative guy. Their mum, my wife, she's very creative too. She was acting, if you didn't know as well. She used to be in the West End from young.
Was single.
Yeah, sung, X Factor, all of that type of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've always been creative. You know, my dad, so my children's grandfather, big up my pops Dino. Like,
your dad walked in the studio whilst we were recording one time, man. He never heard Graham before. He's heard me laying a voice. He's like, "What's that? That ain't music." He put like saxophone. He's like, "This is music."
Now my dad's been a jazz and flute musician for like 40 years, I believe, and man, he's doing his thing as well. And naturally, just to go back to my point, before my children were born, I knew I'd always get them into the creative arts. Do you know what I mean? Not forcefully, but if they wanted to. And naturally, they can sing, they can dance, they can act. So why not nurture that and push it? Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm all about. Do you know what I mean? I feel like naturally as humans, we are natural creators. We've got the gift of creating, which is the ultimate gift, which is creating life. Do you know what I mean? So we're all created by nature. And I think it's important to nurture that, you know, because us humans, we've got layers. It's not just about work, hustle, you know. We've got to express ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be through sport, you know, football, boxing, whatever, acting, singing, dancing, painting. I think it's important. Do you know what I mean? Especially for our mental health and stuff like that. And just to we need to express. We can't be compressed all the time and suppressed, you know. Like, we have to let loose and share that with the world. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that's what it's all about. So,
of course.
It was always going to be a natural thing to do that. So, I'm grateful, and they're continuing to do their thing, and I'm gonna continue to nurture that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah.
Proud dad moment.
No,
man.
of course, man.
Cool, man. So, like, next on the agenda for me is like, you know, you've got like a great story. A lot of adversity. You're welcome. A lot of adversities you've overcome. I'm sure. Naturally, like, you know, a lot of us do still have things we're working towards, things we might be struggling with that maybe isn't in so much of a conversation these days. But like, one thing that is, I've not actually stopped to consider, because I looked at you like a superhero. So I didn't think you could, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I know in theory, all men bleed, and things happen, and anything can happen to anybody, But because of the level that I have held and still hold you at, it's been interesting for me because I'm getting to know you as a person. The last 10 since school, last 10 or so years has been me getting to know you for you. Not saying I didn't know you before for yourself,
A different level.
But it's like in school, I'll be honest with you, bruv, you're like a superhero, bruv. You're like a myth. Even though I was in close proximity to you, what you done for me, you just became a mythological character.
No, thank you, man. But I feel the same way about you. You was you was, just for context, like Giles, aka Dirts, man, he was the poster boy for grime in our school. He was like set to be the chipmunk of Northwest. You get what I'm saying? And he like, you know what I mean? We've got big up what's my man's name again? Flipping Hammond.
James Hammond.
Yeah. What was his spitting name?
Man. Let's play. It was like
Skits Forecast.
Forecast.
Yeah, like
Forecast,
these man were
because his legacy.
Big up Forecast, big up Skits, big up James Hammond, big up everything he's doing. But like, you know, he was a dope MC. Like he was probably the coldest out of the olders. You were the coldest out of the youngers. And Forecast and other guys, Flames and all them man, were on tracks with Chipmunk. And no offense, but them man spun him. Do you get me? Them man spun Chipmunk on the track. And, you know, like that alone should say a lot because Chipmunk is held in high regard. Not saying that Chipmunk was whack back then because he was cold as well, but he definitely ain't the Chipmunk that he became 10, 15, 20 years later. But I'm saying 2004 times, 2005, '06, maybe not '06 because he started dropping mixtapes then, innit? But like, yeah, Chip was getting spun by guys from our school on the same track. You get me? And we can even post these tracks, you get me? Because they're not on YouTube or nothing, but just to show people the levels.
We have to post. These things have to get posted.
100%.
It will be documented and televised, yeah. But like, I want,
100%.
Because it was a great school for me. Not just Bishop
100%.
Douglas, the whole period of
That
time.
whole era in life.
Yeah, that whole era of time was great for me. Yeah, man. And so, yeah, to add to my point, even on that, yeah. So it's been kind of like, almost like weird for me when like you call me, obviously you're my dog, but like if you call me and be like, Giles, how do I do this or how do I do that, yeah? It's like weird for me, yeah, because it's like but then I think no one knows how to do everything, yeah?
Of course.
And we all are figuring stuff out, yeah? And I actually appreciate that because it's like so mad for me that like if I don't have enough words to say thank you. I can't say thank you in enough ways for like how important that was for me. Just becoming a man in it, like my formative years there. I know at the time we were just working, but it's kind of like after the work's done, you realize like what it did.
course.
Like for me, it was like maybe I become 21 and I realized, like someone would tell me like what my music did for them in school, and I realized that they don't even know we made that in Auntie Madonna's like living room.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And that whilst Diablo was running around and farting whilst
Yeah,
we're
my
recording
dog,
and that and barking and that. So it's like it felt natural whilst I was doing it, but then you realise later on that, oh, okay, that's mad. And so when I've looked at it later on, obviously during the time where you've gone off and done your own thing, and we're still talking, but it's not like every day after school. School's done now as well. So you know at school you see people every day. So it's like it's not like that. So we're still talking, but then it's like I'm like, you're good. Like, you may not see you like every day, but you're good. You're doing your thing. So later on, when it's like, you're a parent and all these things, I'm like, you're calm. You're good. You're calm. You're good. In my mind, because you've always been calm and good and calm and good. And then like we start talking more about life. And I went through a period where I wasn't going out as much because I wanted to figure out what I was doing. So anyway, my thing is, I never stopped to think that you have other things that you're going through or trying to deal with, yeah? But the part where I was like started taking it in more is when you were diagnosed with scoliosis, right? And even then, you're telling me, but you're brushing it, you're laughing.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
Even then, it's like, I've got screws in my spine, but I'm good. Or I remember when it was like, yo, I'm going to be in a hospital for a few weeks. I'm shook, I can't walk. But I'm talking, because I'm hearing from you and talking to you, I'm not really, like, I didn't know what hospital you was in because you told me when you came out. Like, bro, I couldn't walk for a week or whatever it is. That's why I wasn't trying to see no one or whatever else. It was, but then you're here again. Obviously, for me to see you like that would probably be difficult for me because my tizzle, in my head, you're invincible. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, and it's actually stayed. It's actually stayed that. I'm 34 now. The deepest thing about it, is that it's not changed. Like you're here.
No, but I do feel that way as well. Yeah, I do feel that way.
Well, you're invincible.
Yeah.
But my point is like I don't expect a bad thing to keep you down. Because that's not the school we're from. It's kind of even as men, like we're not from. We've seen adversity and things happen. But I don't expect a bad situation to keep you down because it never has. So it's just like this situation is like different because it's a health thing. So what's been even commendable for me to see is that you've achieved what you've achieved, become a parent. You've still got more to do, but you've done it whilst having this condition, which really is a disability, if we're calling like
Technically,
technically,
yeah.
it's a disability, and you've still gone on. So I want to ask, like, even building your brand, even he's having his gloves here, or me wearing this, and which we'll get into in a minute. What's it been like building whilst having this kind of like pain, and how does it feel, and what have you learned from that process?
Just to give context, so I was diagnosed, I think, 2008, not even here in the Philippines, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had an X-ray. So for people that don't know, scoliosis is like I don't know if it could be called. I think it's a bone disease that causes curvature in the spine, and 1 in 10,000 people are affected. So yeah, I've got that, and I was diagnosed in 2008, and I had a spinal fusion surgery in 2013, where, yeah, unfortunately, my whole life was flipped on its head. Do you get what I'm saying? I underwent major surgery. You know, I've got 2 metal rods and 14 screws in my back. You know, it was an intense surgery where, you know, certain things went a bit wrong as well. But then they got sorted after, but they were going to amputate my leg. So that's something that I was facing. You know, even though I laughed in the surgeon's faces, I'm like, you're not touching my leg, like, you get what I'm saying? So that's out of the question. But even that was a mental battle.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I couldn't move really. Like, I had to learn how to walk again. I was on heavy opiates, you get me, which is like basically like tablet heroin. Do you know what I mean? Thankfully, I didn't get addicted to that. My missus, you know, she had to bathe me. You know, it was a tough time. Do you get what I'm saying? So ever since then, 2013 up until now, 2026, and you know, it's been a battle for me because prior to the operation, I didn't have pain. Do you know what I'm saying? But from the operation onwards, like post-op, is when I started feeling the pain, because obviously now my body's got trauma from the metal in my back fusing with like whatever's in my body. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is something that I've been dealing with since then, like 13 years. And I won't lie, it's a battle. Do you get what I'm saying? Because as I'm speaking to you guys here, like, I am in pain. You know what I mean? I'm in pain whilst I'm awake. Do you get what I'm saying? Go sleep, wake up, it resets again. But it's about mental toughness. You know, I do some stretches and stuff, but even with the stretches and the fitness and stuff like that, it's still, because of like my body configuration, it still affects me. Do you know what I mean? But it's just something where it's like, I believe, you know, God's given me a lot of blessings, and I'm grateful for life. Grateful to be chatting to you. Do you know, unfortunately, there's people with no arms and legs. Do you get what I'm saying? And they've still got a smile on their face. So if they've got that, how can I really be complaining? Do you know what I mean? When I've got beautiful things like the ability to breathe, to walk, you know, I've got a relationship with my father and mother. I've got friends like yourself. I've got family. Do you know what I mean? Just to be able to go in a park and breathe in fresh air and see the trees. And it's a beautiful thing. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what's helped me to combat this. Do you get what I'm saying? Because life is truly, to me, all about gratitude. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and as simple as it is, that's what it is, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, money, material, all of that stuff. It's all about, like, to me, the smallest things are the biggest things. You know what I mean? Family, friendship, companion, laughter, experiences. Do you get what I'm saying? Meaningful conversations. Being there for your friend when he's down, them being there for you, meeting friends at like drama school that have gone on to become friends for life and taught you things. You know what I mean? I'm in this period of my life now, like in the last few years, like where every single thing I now realize is an actual lesson that's here to help me and shape me and mold me. Whereas before, like 10 years ago, I wasn't thinking like that. Do you know what I mean? I was just thinking, raw, like these things are just happening. Like, you get me? Why is that happening? But I realized everything is actually like life. You're born, you grow, and within that growth, you know, you change and you learn things and you gain wisdom. You might lose things as well, but it's a transformative thing. And you actually have to like people have done man dirty and things like that and this and that, which I'm grateful for too as well. Do you get me? Because I don't hold grudges
Wow,
with
'cause you
people.
learned from it, or
Yeah, I learned from it, and I love people, bro. Do you get me? Like one thing about me is I actually love people,
yeah,
and
no, you need to teach me that. Still, people have done me dirty. Like
I mean, do you
that
know
ain't a
what it
cool
is,
thing.
man?
But yeah,
It's still pain. Do you know what I mean? It's
but it's
still pain.
commendable though. That's
Yeah,
commendable. That's
like,
commendable.
and I'm
Definitely.
not saying that I'm some perfect guy, like I'm far from it or whatever, but sometimes it's like, as my great friend Jamal says, like we must extend
Shout out to
compassion
Jamal.
to one another. Do you
Shout
know
out
what I
to
mean?
Jamal.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
shout out to Jamal. He'll be the next guest. You know what I mean? He's about to
Dr. J.
become Doctor Jamal Ali. You get me? Big up to him. But like, yeah, we must extend compassion because everyone's going through something, bro.
It's true.
And the severity of these things differs. You get me? And people are affected different, bro. Like you might make a joke on a man, and he might take it light, but you might make that same joke on the next man. He might want to kill you, bro.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So we don't know what people are going through, and I've been guilty of that too because I'm a very jokey guy by nature. And sometimes I've crossed the border, but I've learned from that as well, bro. Only in the last few years, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So these are things that, as I say, we need to keep on learning from life, bro.
Learning from life. So it sounds to me like you're with the your condition. It's made it
It's
more
taught me
apparent.
resilience, yeah.
Resilience taught you resilience, and also
Life keeps moving, like
gratitude.
forward motion, yeah.
Yeah, we are 100% forward
100%.
motion, man, which is the whole. It's the reason why I titled the podcast that, because for me it's like I realize you can make a mistake yesterday, yeah, and feel bad that you made that mistake. But when you wake up today, yeah, it's a new day.
Of course.
Yeah? The thing with us as human beings, yeah, is that we have the ability to, our minds are powerful, like we have the ability to replay what we done yesterday, today. Yeah? So you don't really reset when you hit. You're just continuing to beat yourself up.
Of
What you
course.
did yesterday, last week, last month, last year. I'm guilty, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not a good person. I mean, if it's a good thing you're telling yourself, like I'm great, then carry on, yeah. But like, if you're repeating a bad thing, life is going on, but you're not moving forward. Like, you know what I mean? Like time's moving, but you're not.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're
not growing.
You're getting older, but you're not like you're getting older by default. You're not moving intentionally.
You're not growing.
You're not growing. You're not actually trying to. And my thing is, even a recent discovery, yeah, like we're the ones that damn ourselves when we make a mistake.
Of
Actually,
course, yeah.
more than the person that said, you failed. We're the ons that damn ourselves. I'm actually realizing, yeah, that I'm not who I was yesterday. I mean, 24 hours ago. Like I may have messed up yesterday, but if I can just take a deep breath and chill and get some rest, and when I wake up, I've got a new opportunity. I don't need to be governed by the voices that are reminding me of what I've done yesterday.
Most definitely, yeah.
I mean it on a deep level. I don't even mean like I'm not talking about going to church and getting dipped in water and saying thank you Jesus here. I'm just talking on a one-on-one thing myself. I'm not gonna allow myself to keep on repeating that noise from yesterday. It comes up sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I wish I didn't do that, but then I catch myself and I remember, okay, what are we gonna do now? Because now's what I got. So what am I gonna do moving forward? And sometimes it might be, you give yourself a moment, then you hold on, wait. This guy told me something yesterday about some website and has some advice on it. Let me go check that out. Then you go there and it's a free site and you're like, okay, I can learn something. If I was just beating myself up, I wouldn't even have stopped to think to go and look and see what's over there. And then you realize the thing you've been trying to do, maybe you might even realize that there's a free way to do, or like some way where you can go around, or you know what I mean? But you can only get there when you're settled and not beating yourself up.
Of course, yeah.
For what you've done, like,
you
we
can't
can be our own worst enemies.
100%, we are our own best critics.
So I feel like the gratitude is big.
It has to be paramount, man. I think that is the single most important thing in life, because I think everything starts and ends with that, because being alive is a blessing. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%, man. So like I appreciate even that segment of talking about gratitude, because now I'm gonna get onto you. Now I'm gonna get onto you, yeah. Let me turn my hat this way. So guys, for those that don't, we touched on it earlier on. This is Fish Scale, yeah. This is a brand that and if I'm wrong at any point, you just say, actually, stop me. This is a brand that was formed around 2014, 2015 times. And I guess, a lifestyle that was also it came from your lifestyle at the time.
The world through my eyes and
the world through your eyes and your experience
Mm-hmm.
and what you were going through and
up until now, but even till
but
from
I'm
before
talking
that,
where it started. That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Oh
Your
yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Is where it came
100.
from. Yeah. No, I'm gonna ask you where the name originated from shortly. But before we even get there, I mean, guys, just look at this, yeah. So Valentino's been taking boxing lessons, yeah, and his kids are taking boxing lessons,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
quite good at it. And I've been to shout out Tully's gym in Edgware.
Shout out Tully's.
Me and Tino done sessions together there.
Yeah, yeah.
He decided to create this after, we'll talk about Krav Maga as well and his boxing. And just look at the quality of the level. This is his own exclusive. Like, it's a one of one boxing glove with his brand on it, fish scale. Don't know if you can see it there clearly. Just the detail, the level of detail on it, yeah, is this would be a high end Lonsdale. Like they would be. They would
obviously
tell us
for
exclusively.
people, let me just
Hold on. We've got wraps as well. I know you can see it on there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously I used to download stuff from LimeWire. Yeah, when
Everything's a
I
story.
couldn't
Everything's
afford
a
it,
story,
yeah.
yeah.
So like, just turn it. This thing's even got stuff on our back, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have people spam your page,
Yeah.
yeah.
But just for context, though,
wait,
Jazz.
hold on.
Yeah.
You can give context in a
Yeah.
second, yeah. I'm not talking about what how it was made and that. I'm talking about the quality.
Yeah.
Like the quality is high. This is
Yeah,
like
definitely.
premium level.
100%, yeah.
These are hand wraps. These this might be an exclusive job. This might be something you only do for himself, yeah. But my point in saying this, yeah, is the quality and attention to detail of the garments you make is extremely high.
Thank you.
Yeah. Even some of the jokes, like being on a block, being in school, telling a man to suck his mum. If you were gonna tell a man to suck his mummy, you better be ready to fight, or be saying it to someone who's not on nothing. Yeah. If you say it to the wrong person, it might be the last day of your life. Yeah. Where we're from now. The hat you're wearing does not mean that. Yeah. It's a business term. Strategic yield management.
Absolutely.
But in his just showing his character through that. Like my man's a joke. He's been funny his whole life. Yeah, even when he's a prankster, even when he's and joker, even when he's trying not to be. Yeah, that SYM to a man that knows where the phrase really to a man that knows where that phrase really originated from. You know, yeah, if you're gonna use an acronym in certain environments, yeah, you better be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you can't fight me if I'm talking about strategic yield management and not sucking your mum. Yeah. You know, so it brings me to my next fish scale. All right, the brand that's been carefully curated. Yeah. For the last however many years. Please tell us a little bit about the brand and how it came to be.
Yeah. So Fish Girl essentially is the world through my eyes and my experiences, not just mine, but like my pops, my uncles, me and the man them, and then giving it to the world for all different walks of life to connect as one through the brand. But essentially what it means is raw, unfiltered expression in its purest form. And the long of it is Fish Girl is where raw truths mix with slick humor to provoke thought and turn heads. It's not for everyone, but that's exactly the point. Delivering euphoria from the first rip of packaging down to the final fit. You don't just wear Fish Girl, you experience it. So that's what it is, bro. And that ain't no AI as well, you get me? I made that time ago still.
That's the commercial.
But that's essentially what it is, bro. So
where did the name come from?
Yeah, so obviously from the streets, like people that know what Fish Girl is, innit? But my take on it is Fish Girl is raw, innit? You get me? Fish Girl is raw in streets and for me, you get me? So it's about just being, authentically raw with it. You know what I mean? Expressive, not giving a damn what people think and getting your message across by any means necessary. That's what it means for me. So, but a lot of the stuff is like is meaningful things to me. So like for example, this hoodie that I'm wearing now,
make peace not
war. That I designed, it says make peace not war, but it's a play on obviously make peace not war, which was a saying that was going around back in I think the Vietnam War times. But obviously I've flipped it to make peace not war. And as you can see, you've got you've got money flying about, you've got a gun broken there with the peace sign, mushrooms, peace and all that stuff. And basically what what inspired me to make this piece, as well as a lot of the other pieces, is obviously coming from the ends and coming from the streets and stuff. I've got friends, that have passed away. I've got friends that have unfortunately taken lives as well. And this is going on all over the world. This is going on from, here to whatever, Manila to whatever, Lagos, you get me, Accra, everywhere.
Come on.
You get me? So Dar es Salaam as well, big up. Because I've always been, thinking on a global scale. Do you get what I'm saying? So Fish Girl is basically the DNA of like London streets to Manila to like Lagos, Dar es Salaam, Accra, all these places, Colombia as well, Medellin, Bogota. You know what I mean? Big up my Colombians, shout Snow, you get me? So what it is, yeah, man, it's a culmination of my lived experiences. It's also a poke at and to bring awareness to situations that are real. You get me? So like, for example, I mentioned this. This is basically saying and telling people, yo, like,
Can't see that back, innit? I'll have to do that later.
Yeah, so this is basically, sending a message of like, yo, we need to stop killing ourselves. You get me? Like, get your bread and forget the war thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's just not worth it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just gonna cause,
War's bad for business.
100%. Beef is bad, whether you're in the streets or whatever in the corporate. And then this hoodie here, the Fish Girl one, is homage to my early days because, I'm a proud like tech geek. Do you know what I'm saying? And I hold that in high regard. I was chipping PlayStations from late 90s, building my own consoles later down the line to this day. Always like on this, you get me? I never done F or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, hacking machines and computers and stuff like that. So I've always taken pride in these kind of things. So the hoodie you're wearing, if people can't see, on the front it says Fish Girl, and then it's got the LimeWire logo.
The back,
the LimeWire logo repurposed into the Flower of Life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And on the back it says connection lost, try again later. So it's like a double entendre, kind of like homage to obviously the piracy days and how we grew up. And then it's also homage to, it's also a reality check to today where people are too connected to devices and phones and stuff, and we're disconnected from reality and true connection. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. There's always like a message in I say about 90% of the stuff. Down to this hat as well, like, the youths and that, telling everyone SYMs and all that. And it's just like it's homage to youth culture, and just being outspoken and expressive whilst having fun. That's what so it's having fun whilst looking sick. That's essentially what it is. You get me? And yeah, it's not for everyone, but for those that it does touch, you get me? You're a part of this thing. Whether you're a flipping goth or you're from the roads or you're corporate, you get me? If you align on what it stands for, and you're about being expressive and, standing out for the crowd, you get me? It's not like a lifestyle or anything like that. It's more of a frequency. Do you know what I mean? We align on frequency, it's energy, and that's what it is.
Yeah, man. No, look, I think like it's a kind of brilliant body of work. Obviously, I've had access to your exclusive drops over the
And
over
FYI,
the years.
let me just put it out, like, it's been somewhat of like a cult brand up until this year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that's been rocking this all around the world, from Asia to Africa, London, Europe, America. There's people, like, it's the first brand in history that I know of where, like, there's people in double digits with the logos tattooed on their skin. Do you get what I'm saying?
We
And I ain't
show some of that on the screen.
yeah, I ain't seen that from anything. And that just shows you the power of, I'm not going to say my influence, but you
That
get
shows
me?
the power of his influence, guys. Yeah. And what we're gonna do after this, is we are going to spam his page, and everyone that wants one of these, or I've worn this. I'm gonna wear this in the next few videos I've got. I've got some exclusive items at my house that are not out yet. Yeah. Pressure Valentino. Yeah. Pressure him to release.
It's coming.
That's staff included. Yeah. I might even give someone a pay raise if they spam his page enough. Yeah.
Let me
we
just
need
put this out there as well. This is a call
need
out
it
to
out there.
anyone that wants to be a part of something great as well, yeah, because up until now, like I've just been doing this all by myself whilst raising my 4 children, whilst raising my day-to-day business, and it's been tough, do you know what I'm saying? But shout out Lanique, you get me, because we're going to be working together on this. But also, if there's anybody out there that feels like they want to shake up culture, turn the world on its head and make a mark, you get me? This is for you. If you feel like you're that person and you align on these kind of beliefs and, you know, you share the same energy, you want to change the world, you're into dope stuff, because it's not just clothing, you get me? Man's getting into toys and household items and things like that. So yeah, man, from here to Asia to Africa to America, you know, my door's open to you guys, willing to work together and collaborate and be part of this thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, anyone that feels they could shake shit up and you want to work together, shout me, DM me, get at me and let's do this thing.
Let's do it, man. Come on, man. It's amazing product. Amazing
you, bro.
product, and the quality is very good as well. The stitching, all of these kind of sensitive details. So yeah, definitely. I'm just pulling your leg, bro. I know when you're ready, that's when it will.
100%.
be out
2026.
there.
This is the year, bro. This
But
is the year.
yeah, man, it's just I guess the exposure and getting it out there. I want people to see this podcast episode as well. So yeah, I mean, shout outs to you, man. The brand is nice, like
Thank you.
you already know that. I mean, my mum wants one.
Yeah, loads of mums have been
Valentino
rocking this from day
and all the
still.
stuff. So yeah, bro, this is I'm gonna say it early. This is like obviously when you're ready, but it's a gold mine, bro. Like it's a
No, 100%.
for you,
Yeah,
like, it's a gold
I
mine.
know. Like it's
you're
already.
sitting
I've already done some bits. I'm not gonna talk too much. Like even on a cult like scale. Do you get what I'm saying? But the plans for what's to come is definitely groundbreaking, bro. Like definitely something the world's never seen. And as I said, bro, like people ain't getting this stuff tatted on their skin for no reason. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much on that, but people are
cold.
gonna see it's coming.
And that again even nicely brings me into my next point, which is even these items that which are beautifully designed.
Thank you.
The inspiration behind them. So I know recently Krav Maga.
Yeah.
Don't kill me. Has been a very important part of like your journey, your fitness journey.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had a few boxing classes together. Those sessions were good, and I definitely got a workout, and you know what I'm saying, I'm even on my health and fitness journey as a result of them classes and all that stuff myself. But yeah, like how's that been for you? I know like you've been quite dedicated to that.
Yeah, I mean, I alternate between boxing and Krav Maga weekly, and I think it's given me a different level of fight in me and mental toughness more so, as well as fitness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because gym is dope, but gym can be boring as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And especially with my condition, my back, it affects me differently. You get me? Like I'm having different kind of aches and pains and stuff. So I think the fitness thing being like more movement based and stuff like that, whilst learning a skill that can protect you and protect others, is very important. I believe that whether you're a man, woman, boy or girl, I think self-defense is very important and paramount. Not only for your safety, for the safety of others, to be able to walk confidently into this world, because as you know, there's so many things that, can occur. So I highly recommend anyone to get into some form of martial art, whether it be BJJ, boxing, judo, Muay Thai, anything.
What is BJJ?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, I needed you
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Yeah, so
I needed you to elaborate.
yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, I think it's important to be able to protect yourself, protect your family, protect friends, protect others. And it's just an important life skill like cooking and cleaning and stuff like that, bro.
Bro, it's amazing what I mean, 100%, definitely.
Shout out Tully's, shout out to the warehouse,
yeah,
shout out Coach Norm, shout out David Tully Senior, David Tully Junior.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, amazing people doing amazing things. So yeah.
Big up. Yeah, man. So guys, like I could say more, or I can't say enough. Like we've maybe you've done an hour and a bit. Maybe I can't say enough, but if you didn't know, now you know. Check.
Still more to be told, but
There's more to be told. There's definitely more to be told. But with what it is, check it out, man. Check out Fish Scale. We'll wrap up in a few minutes, but before we do, like, where can people find you on socials?
Yeah, so socials is at VALLEN. For Fish Scale is at FISHSKALE.clo. And yeah, that's my main socials, but you'll be seeing more of me, more content. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, hopefully catch me on more podcasts and stuff like that for this year moving forward. And yeah, man, like some dope things to come, bro.
100%, man, 100%. So yeah, man, guys, go follow One Valen on all socials. That's our Instagram. That's TikTok.
TikTok as well,
that's Twitter.
Not Twitter.
Not Twitter, YouTube.
Well, I've got Twitter, yeah, but I'm not heavy.
But you're
on
active.
that.
So Instagram, TikTok, go follow up, go support the thing. Like, you know, shout out. It's definitely gonna be in our upcoming issue of Swarve Collective second issue, which is titled Forward Motion. In line with the launching of this podcast. So you'll be able to read all about it in there when we release it. Summer of this year being 2026. So yeah, really thankful to everyone out there that's obviously worked for and with our company and supported it. We sold almost 3,000 copies of the first unit.
Well done,
thank you, my bro. We're looking to do even more in the next run.
Physicals as well, by the way,
yeah, the physical. I should have brought some of them here today, but they're physicals. You can go on swarvecollective.com and read more about it and actually view our first issue that's on there. The second one is going to feature this interview. You know, we're going to transcribe it, get some extra bits in there, get Fish Scale in there. You did a banging shoot in the Philippines for that. We'll get some shots and these things. But bro, you already know it's love, man. I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you always for life. Thank you for being just a real one. Do you know what I'm saying?
God bless, man.
God bless you too, brother.
Guys, go and check everything out. And until next time,
we out.
We out. Peace.